it's very uncertain times.
But there's not many people saying much, you know? And I
feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of leadership. You know, we don't have a Martin Luther King in this day and age that's saying, like, this is what we're going to do. Meet me here. We're going to march on this, which may be a good idea, honestly, because there's all kinds of people starting all kinds of acts of resistance around this country and around the world, really. And maybe that's the way it needs to be in this day and age, because nowadays they could just shut you down so fast, you know, and target you and whatever. I think now it's going to be about community.
Brittany Howard, recording artist, 5-time Grammys winner, lead of the Alabama Shakes, shared her insights on the current political landscape.
And, you know, everybody has a gift. And I feel like now more than ever is a time to share your gift, because, like, you got it for a reason, you know. If your gift is speaking to people to make them feel stronger, more whole, more powerful, do that. Lean into that. People need that right now, 'cause just like I said, like, I'm not sure who to look to or what to look towards. And, you know, our gift is making this music and making people feel together in that way. I just feel like this is the time of the great togetherness. Like, we got to get out of this individual mindset and start leaning on community, because, like, who knows what's going to happen? I have no idea.
She's also very honest and forthright in the times that we are living in.
Oh, they don't care about us. It looks like we got to care about us.
Yeah.
It's like the true power to the people moment. You know, unfortunately, we did need somebody like this administration to show us how up it is. It's very up.
Yeah.
And I think the people who are voting for him, I'm starting to hear more and more people being like, whoops, you know, I didn't know it was going to be that bad, you know, all that. I don't think, you know, invisible borders should make it reasonable to capture children, tear them away from their parents, and just take them to wherever. I don't think there's any part of politics that would make that justifiable. I think that crosses a line of humanity.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't that reasoning. It's senseless. It's immoral. It's inhumane. And anybody who's for that is just not for me. You know.
Yeah.
Howard and the Shakes, for many, are a smooth flowing quartet of just some of the best music that you could take in. For a lot of us watching this channel, we use our minds and our ears to take in, process, think critically, and even discuss the lyrics. In their song American Dream, Howard sings peace, love, happiness, opportunity, freedom. I must be dreaming. In another stanza, Howard's vocals speak out even further. Out of reach, doublespeak, got the White House pretty and pimped out. Gun reform, my body, my choice. Got the big TV to show you what you didn't even know you wanted. Got the EPA, sure is hot today. Low grade fever, lower wage people. How many folks got shot this week? It's enough to make you want to go back to sleep.
You know, here's the thing. Realistically, a president that we have, President Trump, in my opinion, it's an unfortunate necessary evil, because there's a lot of cracks in our society that I think were being ignored, as far as racism and extremism coming from our own citizens in our country. Like, the Ku Klux Klan has taken that message, and so we see now that we have to pay attention, we have to participate, or else these people will make it the new normal. Because it's not nothing about what's happening in our country is normal at all. And my parents were really great at protecting me from any type of racism that might infiltrate our lives. But when I got older, they told me a lot of things. I remember my mom talking to me when I was like 13 or 14 years old. She said one time, Pop woke up and someone had dismembered a goat and put it in his car and slashed the tires and broke the windshield out, wrote all over the car, you know, don't come back here and all this stuff. It really blew my mind. It was like a whole new lens after she told me that.
But this is not that long ago, is it?
30 years.
Howard would tell AL.com, it's a snapshot of what we're living through in 2026. I look around and wonder how we got to a place where there's so much strain and so little support. I mean, it shouldn't be impossible to take off work so you could bring your child to the doctor. That's actually insane. My hope is that one day people will hear this song and say, yeah, blank was crazy back then, but we made it through. She'd continue to reflect. There's supposed to be this social agreement between us and our government, and I feel like they've broken the social agreement. Then we're supposed to keep pretending we're in La La Land and everything's going to be great, and I just don't think that's realistic. She has gone over her history and continues fighting the good fight. Via GQ, Howard is a vocal supporter of Southerners on New Ground, a 27-year-old organization that fights for LGBTQ plus liberation across all lines of race, class, abilities, age, culture, gender, and sexuality in the South. Quote, I chose to highlight Southerners on New Ground because of how they bring together a lot of different communities of the LGBTQ peoples, people of all different colors, people who live in really rural parts of the South, immigrant peoples, honoring us and giving us a voice and visibility. She would add, pride for me is about remembering that there's so many people who want to celebrate who they are, and this pride is different because it's in the midst of one of the worst global pandemics in history, and we're building this large coalition of people who are demanding immediate action and accountability and change. I'd also like to give a shout out once more to the Broken Records podcast for asking such great questions and getting even better answers from Howard. Please follow along on their YouTube channel. Check out their website. We will leave a link in the description box below for everybody to check it out, along with their Instagram account for more short form content. This is very good. Not only the song, but the messages, the stream of information, and what they are trying to put out and capture. Because we have seen this progressivism in the South. And Alabama Shakes, thankfully, reuniting once more, going on tour, putting out stuff like this shows where they stand on so many different issues. And in turn, that they oppose fascism every step of the way. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.